In 2023, I had over 1,000 people affiliating for the program that I had made at the time, which was called True Coin Online. Okay, this program ended up making me hundreds of thousands of dollars each month. Right, I made this in 2023, and I had only 8,000 followers on TikTok. No other social media, no Instagram, no YouTube, nothing, only TikTok, 8,000 followers, and I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars because of referrals. And I want to tell you how. Now, there is lots of ways that you can get referrals. And first of all, what is a referral? What is an affiliate? Basically, you've got a program which is 4K, you give someone a cut to basically promote your product. Okay, it is the best way to distribute what you are currently selling. And the issue that people have, it's so stupid. You will spend $50,000 a month on ads, but you don't want to give 3 to 5% of what your program costs to someone to get someone in. When on the front end with your ads, you're losing like 15, 20% of the margin anyway because of the ad spend. Right? You're making, it might cost you, $1,000 to make 5,000 back, but you don't want to give someone $500 to make XYZ back, right? 4.5, whatever it is, right? If you sell a 5K offer, right? Like it is absolutely stupid, but a lot of you think that way. So the reason that you need referrals is so you can make double the amount of money with not a lot of effort at all, right? And there's plenty of different ways of which you can get referrals. First things first, when you're on a closing call and someone doesn't want to buy, you say, hey, okay, look, no worries. You might not be a good fit at the moment, but I'm curious, do you know anyone else that you think that might be a good fit for this program? We've talked about X, Y, Z, so you probably have a good idea now, and then you have a conversation from there. That's the one way. The second way is when you have a call with someone and they do buy. As soon as they've processed the payment and they're inside the program, you ask them. So I'm curious, do you know anyone else that might want to join? That way you can have a buddy that you can do this with. Bang. That's the second way. The third way is inside of your actual course itself. At the end, have a video called graduation. And in that graduation video, basically say something along the lines of, hey, I'm super excited for you to start your journey. Right? I want to do you a favor. Now, the key about affiliates and referrals and to get them is to make it seem like you're doing them a favor, not the other way around. It should never feel like they're doing you a favor. So you say again, look, I want to do you a favor. Right? I know that doing this, you might want a buddy, you might want to help other people, but there's not normally a way for you to do that. And my personal mission is to help as many people as possible do X, Y, Z and accomplish X, Y, Z results. So I want to give you this offer. If you refer anyone to the program, okay, so you've told them about the program, you've even talked about what you've learned, you've talked about the results, and you refer them to me and they jump on a call with us and they buy, I want to give you 30% of what the program costs. So again, let's say that it's 3K, you give them 3K. I want to give you $3,000 just for referring them. You get a friend, you get to actually have something relatable with someone, like you can actually relate with someone because they're also doing the same information as you. And you make some money that you can put into this thing. So if I'm selling fitness, I will say, okay, you refer, so you make 3K, so you can put that money towards a gym membership. Or if you do drop shipping, okay, I will give you 3K so you can put it towards ads and make 30K. Okay, you always say what they're going to gain from the money that you're going to give them, because a lot of the times, when people say, I'll give you $500, it doesn't have a lot of depth to it. It's just $500. But if you say, I want to give you $500 so you can do this XYZ thing, that $500 becomes worth a lot more. Okay, because not every dollar is worth the same. If I've got $5 and $5, you might think, okay, that's valued the same. That's not. If I put $5 at my toes and $5 10 kilometers away, I tell you can only get one, which one are you more likely to get? The one at your toes. So that shows that not every dollar is worth the same. So you need to sell the dollar amount that you're giving them. And the lesser amount of money that you give someone, the more you need to sell what they're going to gain when you give them that money. Okay? And then what you're going to do from there is you're going to have that video, and then at the bottom of that video, you're going to have a link, which is just a book a call link. And you need to add a UTM link to this calendar. That way you can track that they booked a call from that course. And on that calendar, you're going to have a question of who referred you. Okay, that way you can easily track, okay, this person came from this calendar because it'll have a UTM, they came from this course, this video, and then in that calendar, it'll also say who referred. Then you can confirm with each person, and then bang, you then pay them the money. Those are 3 easy ways that you can make double the amount of money without doing any work. First 2 ways, you can just get your sales team to do it. Next way, literally just make a 5-minute video. Okay, make a calendar, put it in there, leave it, and it does the work for you. All right, but the biggest reason why people mess up with referrals is because they're not willing to give enough. Okay, when I had 1,000 people affiliating for me, right, I did everything that I just told you, but I also gave them 50%. Okay, 50% of what I was charging. Again, I had people with millions of followers promoting my stuff, right? But I gave them 50%. Now, I'm not saying you need to give them 50%, but the reason that I gave 50% is because everybody else was giving 20, 30, 35%. 35% was the max. I thought, okay, how can I literally just bump it up, still make a shit ton of money, right? But make it seem like I care more about them than other people do. So I gave 50%. And I had people literally joining me and saying, this is the best thing because he's giving me 50, these other people are giving me 35. Okay, so you need to make sure that you were giving a comfortable amount, but an amount that will still incline people to actually do the thing. So don't give 5, 10%, right? If you have a 10K offer, right, and you run ads, what I want you to do is figure out how much it costs to get someone to pay you 10K. So let's say it costs you 3K to get someone to pay you 10K. I want you to give them 2.5K. So you still save $500, but you give them 2.5K, which is money that you would have spent anyway to acquire that customer. If you don't have any ads, then what you need to do is just figure out a number that you'll give people, right? You can say, I'll give you 25%, or you can say, I will give you a flat base, which could be, if you sell 5K, it should be 2K, right? 2 to 2.5K, something along those lines. Make it appealing, otherwise people just won't do it, doesn't matter what you do.